All right, Jason, we've got a great module for today. I'm excited. This is kind of a new module for us based on the technology that's rolling out. Today, the module is AI overview. I'm super excited. I know you're super excited. I know you're like making yourself, you're educating yourself more and more on AI, but tell us, what is AI and why should real estate investors care about it?
So AI, simply put, is artificial intelligence, and why investors should care. I mean, this is an emerging technology, much like the internet was in the mid 90s. This is for those that are going to sleep on this, they're going to get left in the dust. And far be it for me. I just turned 49 years old that I should be, leading a charge or anything on this. However, as a business owner, I understand the unique, very unique tool that this could be. And so much like a farmer 150 years ago being introduced to, hey, you can take the plow up and the horse, and here's a tractor, to the tools of modern age, and as I mentioned, the advent of internet. The scoffers in 1995 that would think that that's so silly. What do you mean we're not going to read newspapers anymore? I mean, what do you mean that we're going to not send letters with stamps? This is a similar shift in an emerging technology, and as investors, we want to be on the forefront of it.
And for any of those who are new to it, because so this technology has been out since what, last October? So we're talking, when we're shooting this video, it's been out less than 9 months, right about 9?
Yeah, it came out
Right.
October, November. It's been in development for a while, but yes, ChatGPT
Okay.
launched.
And we're shooting this in July of 2023. So around 9 months that this AI is out. So what's at the base of the AI, the artificial intelligence? What are we kind of, because we're going to get into that more, but kind of what is it, right? What is what we're talking about specifically? I'm not going to say artificial intelligence in general, but basically this is like a search engine type thing, right? It's a search engine that's searching the internet and digital files to basically help us be more efficient when we're doing ad copy and different types of copy, different types of administrative like functions. Is that in
Yes.
the ballpark?
So we're going to talk specifically about ChatGPT. We can have a much broader conversation, inside our community with emerging artificial intelligence AI tools, which I love, and we're in our business, we're diving into that. ChatGPT is the cornerstone and foundation of all of it. Simply put, what ChatGPT is a website. It allows you to access the AI technology that is allowing any user to supercharge their business. And so, as investors, we don't want to be, we're going to take advantage of every bit that we can too, and that's what we want to talk about.
And so what are some of the things, just give us some examples so we can get clear. What are some of the things that you're using it for, or that you are planning to use ChatGPT specifically for?
First of all, just to understand, ChatGPT, it's got two phases. There's a free model, it's 3.5, or 4.0 is a paid version, which is $20. I just encourage everybody to get the $20 version. It's a more advanced training model. And so again, I don't know jack crap about this. I see this as a paint, I consider myself a business owner and a creative at heart. And so this is a paintbrush in my hand. And so I want a nicer paintbrush. The 3.5 version is a dollar paintbrush that you can get off of, at a yard sale. The 4.0 version is a much more precise tool. That model is advanced. And then even from that, ChatGPT 4, you're able to install plugins that allow you to access a broader reach and a more specific dialed in reach, depending on what you're wanting to do. So long story short, to answer your question, we're using in our business, ad copy, we're developing our Facebook posts, we're developing letters to sellers, we're within our team, we're writing blogs, we're developing standard operating procedures, we're introducing systems within our business and utilizing AI, leveraging AI to build out the brains in our business. Whereas before it used to, I would sit in a monthly meeting with our team and brainstorm and write on whiteboards and, arduously, hammer through, and somebody was taking notes and, typing all this up. We're able to cut through this so much quicker. And so, the doom and gloom kind of aspect, or the kind of the leeriness of it. I mean, my own daughter, she's she's leery of this, but the eeriness maybe of AI, I think is misplaced. Really what AI and ChatGPT can do is, again, just gives you a tool that you can leverage and accomplish things much more quickly. This is not you sit on the sidelines and watch it move. I mean, this is a tool in your tool bag that you can use as an investor, and we want to show you how.
And so some of the things you mentioned that we as real estate investors can use this for is like writing contractor agreements, writing lease agreements, building out scope of work, write letters to potential distress sellers, learning research, writing proposal letters to lenders, write Facebook posts, write social media posts, right? And so, I know, as you and I have looked at it, I used it, we needed a bio the other day for stuff we do. And like I had it write my bio, and it took, it probably took all of maybe 5 or 10 minutes to write a bio. And then when it was done, I was like, it was a long bio, but I was like, wow, this it's accurate, but it knows how to write things and phrase things in ways that make it pop, if that makes sense. It was basically like taking a bio and then doing ad copy to it. It was like, right, or something like that. And so yeah, and we did that for our business, for our Elevate Mentoring Pro program. You and I went in the other day and worked with somebody to do some stuff to kind of help us be more clear about our business and our plans and what we hope to do. So yeah, there's lots of, I kind of think of it just like an intellectual search engine, but one that can create from the search versus just bringing me back data. It can bring me back data that's written in a way that it's easier for me to understand and for me to express to others. So you talked about the free and the paid version. We talked a little bit about AI, and I think we see it very similarly. AI it is the internet of right now, right? I mean, it's the internet, back in the 90s, when the internet was first getting started, people thought that was probably weird and crazy, and it was only for nerds, that computer nerds and all this, right? And all that. And then it's like, now if the internet goes down, you can't do anything. You can't hardly function in the business world anymore. And AI is going to be very, very similar to that, right? Where it literally, if you're not using AI in 12 months from now, you're behind. And so part of the question is, people watching this module for the first time, are they behind now? Kind of what's your take on that? Are people behind now?
That's
how's this going to impact us, right?
Yeah, that's a great question. I get asked all the time, like, when's the best time to get into real estate? And I always say last year,
Right.
a month ago, last week. I mean, yesterday was the best time to get into real estate.
Right.
Same thing with emerging technology. I mean, the best time to get in it is on the ground floor and learn as it grows. You mentioned 12 months. I've got a mentor that has told me, and I've seen it play out in the last 6 months. It says that this is ChatGPT is the fastest growing. It had 100 million subscribers or people on their platform quicker than anything, like by far, over Facebook, TikTok, any of it. So are we behind the curve? Yes and no. I mean, the best time is to understand what it is now and see how you can leverage and use it. The truth is, we're already doing, this isn't going to replace a bunch of things that, it's not going to replace. We're simply wanting to create buy back some of our time. And as investors, we want to buy back our time. And so a tool like ChatGPT will allow you to buy back your time, because things like you said, writing out a short bio for something that you needed to submit took you 5 minutes, as opposed to,
hours.
hammering that out for, 2 hours. And you were probably able to give it a quick review, maybe a couple of tweaks, and you were done 5 minutes later. And so we're seeing that in our business. We're seeing that save time for people on our team, where I'm saving time personally. And then we're able to do and leverage that into, more higher and purposeful uses of our time, instead of, much of this mundane things. And so the short answer is, jump on the train now. You'll thank yourself later. What we want to go into, and we're going to jump into the next video, is what I call prompt engineering. And so literally just being, as you sit with ChatGPT, understanding how to use it, much like a new widget that you might open, or a new tool or gadget or something like that. I mean, if it's something that my son brings home that he just, electronic that I have no idea how to use, I'm going to sit there like, show me how to use it. And so with ChatGPT, we call it a prompt engineer, and just teaching you how to interact with ChatGPT, the questions to ask, the promptings to engage with it, and then how you can stack additional questions onto the output that it gives you and really dial in specifically what you're wanting to do. And so that's what our hope is to do. We're going to be jumping on that with our next video and really dialing in. Again, just kind of a ground level, get you going, get you started, but very, very important things. And so on the other side of this video, as we dive into the next one, we're really going to see specifically, I think hopefully as people watch, you're going to see some of these aha moments and like, oh, I never knew that. And, because that's what I've had, all along. As I jumped in late December and early January, I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. This is the, amazing thing. It's going to save me so much time, and it's going to improve, it's going to be much more efficient. I'm going to be able to buy back some of my time. The things that I delegate now, I'll be able to delegate, more important tasks, because, I can delegate these small things and they're going to happen very quickly, and, so on and so forth. So we're excited. ChatGPT, unless you are just an ardent philosophical dissenter, I would encourage you to watch the next video and just hold on, because it's going to be a fun ride.
Sweet. And so in the next video, because we're getting ready to jump off here, but in the next video, you're literally going to pull up screenshots and you're going to go through and actually just use ChatGPT and show our students how to tweak it in so that it gets, the best output possible, right? Because it's input output, right? It's input output. If you know how to script the input, the output's phenomenal. So yeah, I'm super excited to see it. And this is also for our students, this is the first of many updates we'll be doing in the AI module. So this will be a continual thing. We'll probably revise this every couple of months, be back revising what we're doing with AI as AI grows. So where some of our other modules are fairly set, because those are consistent things that we do all the time, this AI module will be a continual one you'll want to come back to again and again. As we do updates, we'll just release those to you. But yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yeah. Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. For those watching, check out the next video and see where the magic is.